Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Sarah Bazak, here. So, back on this Quran ayat, just let me show you something that I learned from Dr. David Wood and have come to this. In Surah Anam, ayat 114, God says, "Say then, is it other than Allah I should seek as judge, while it is He who has revealed to you the book, i.e. the Quran?" Bracket closed. Explained in detail. Is it explained in detail? I'm asking. And those to whom we gave the scripture know that it is sent down from your Lord in truth. So never be among the doubters. And then Surah Nisa 65. But no, by your Lord, they will not believe until they make you, O Muhammad, in bracket, close bracket, judge concerning that over which which they dispute among themselves, and then find within themselves no discomfort from what they have judged, and submit in full submission, meaning submission. Taslima. This word also is very rare in the Quran. Mostly found in this ayat. I couldn't find it in another ayat. Taslima. So then isn't Prophet Muhammad equal to God as a judge also? And you have to submit to his judgment in full submission. So against this ayat, Surah Anam ayat 114, it is Muhammad is taken as a judge, and Allah, and here it says Muhammad, and there's no difference between Allah and Muhammad as a judge then. Allah as Muhammad, a judge on earth, right? No difference. So it was hard. Okay, thanks to Dr. David Wood, I have to acknowledge him, although I'm not a Christian. Okay, and now I'm on the idol worshipping side. Let's see. We're going through Surah Anam verses. And other verses, let's see, Surah Anam verses, going through it. First of all, some of the Sunnis used to stay away from the Shias because of, I think, and it is, where is it, that ayat? Stay away from them. Don't listen to them. Leave alone those who take their religion to be mere play. Yeah, this ayat, Surah Anam ayat 70. And leave those who take their religion as amusement and diversion, and whom the worldly life has deluded. But remind with i.e. the Quran, lest a soul be given up to destruction for what it earned. It will have, other than Allah, no protector, no intercessor, and it should offer and if it should offer every compensation, it would not be taken from, i.e. that's all. Those are the ones who are given to destruction. Okay, scalding water. Punishment is great. They say, shall we invoke instead of Allah that which neither benefits? Say, indeed the guidance of Allah. Where's that one? Submit. Okay, this is like submit. Command is to submit to the Lord of the worlds, but it's not taslima. I think the ayat is above this one. For those who are God-fearing are by no means accountable, shun evil, above this. For every message there's a limit. Above this also. Say, Wait, where is it? Where is it? He is swiftest to account, worshippers at guardians, angels never. So, like, keep away from these people. Sorry, I can't find this verse now. It jumped. It is he who doth take your souls by night. Don't, like, when they talk about your religion, these Quran ayats, don't sit with them. Now I'm kind of, don't listen to them until they change. See, it's jumping up and down. Yes, so don't sit with us. This is what you are told. Like, you don't, but I'm not taking these ayats as a plaything. But even though we've told the Sunnis to sit and talk, when I was a Shia, I thought they would sit and talk and all this, discuss about this, like Peshawar Nights have a dialogue. A long time ago in India, they had one. So people would not do, Muslims would very rarely come together. And this is the problem, you see. And another very sad thing is that, so I can't find this ayat here, although I know it's in Surah Anam, I just read it. Even the Shias will not come here saying, if you do this, some Shias, never be ignored. Those who respond, indeed. Yeah, so also in the Surah Taha, like Samarika, what I mean to say is that this one God that Abraham is then going through it, is then arguing that, oh, the sun sets and the moon also we don't see in the morning, and it's like that, and the stars set. The argument didn't quite come through to me about this one God business. This one God thingy, belief. Not taking idols. It didn't quite sit. Didn't satisfy me. See, have you considered if they came to you punishment? I don't want to have these punishments so much. We forget what you associate with Allah, and they have no proof, and we have already sent to nations before you, O Muhammad, then we seize them. Oh, God knows what this goes attractive to them they're doing. Satan has made their sinful acts seem alluring to them, and they worship jinns. So when they forget that by which, that's another ayat. And when they forget by which they have been reminded, see, suddenly so many punishments. See, have you considered if Allah should take away your hearing, who would give you all this? As if after Allah, Shaitan has such power that we don't need other gods anymore. It would have been better if there were many gods, had fought, and this world would have gone into, we would have not even been created, or whatever, they say, the Muslims, that we are created beings by Allah. We're not a manifestation. And we sent not the messengers except a bringer of good tidings and warners. Believe. And those who versus punish. I mean, see, O Muhammad, I do not tell you that I have the depositories of Allah or that I know the unseen, nor do I tell you that I'm an angel here like this. I only follow what is revealed to me. See, is the blind equivalent to the seeing. You see, Allah should have only, the thing is that all these arguments, we can go back and forth. But Allah should have put guidance in your soul. The problem. Surah Sajda 13, I contemplated for years. Now where Prophet Moses goes to the mountain for 40 days or so. 30 days he says, 10 days he's late, delayed. And then Samarika sees what no one sees. The Samiri sees from the Samarikas at that time. Surah Taha, it's if you read. I think it's there. What happens? His soul, my soul inclined to me. So had Allah guided your soul and given information, knowledge to your soul would not have been misguided, and then many of the jinn and men would not have put into hell. Right? Samiri was with Moses, saw everything, saw even the Jibrail, saw Jibrail, so horse, footprint, this, that, and by fear, besides them, will have no protector, good for them. And do not send away those who call upon their Lord morning, and do not send away those seeking his face, meaning his favor. Now you put his face, not upon you is anything. Now do not send them away who call upon their Lord morning and evening, as if the pagans didn't call upon their Lord. And thus, okay, they made idols, but there's the so what? Allah would not accept their worship. That's his problem, isn't it? So I'm very saddened. I can't prove it directly. And when there comes to you believe in our verses, and they're somewhat addicted to this religion, that they would, peace be upon you, corrects himself. Criminals. Sincere baby. Thus do we explain the signs in detail, the way of the sinners. Say indeed I have forbidden to worship those that you... And say indeed I have been forbidden to worship those you invoke besides Allah. But, the Muslims are so ignorant, they don't even know that they worship Prophet Muhammad. Some of them. I had a terrible headache and went through demonic attack, sinking. So that's why I'm also, I could have died in this headache. I didn't have a painkiller. Oh, it was so terrible, subduing. Ooh. I mean, I don't want to talk about it such. Oh God. Felt that my head, someone was controlling. I can't believe how people can be so wicked. Anyhow, say indeed I have been forbidden to worship those you invoke besides Allah. Say I will not follow your desires, for I would have gone astray. Right. Say indeed I am on a clear evidence. You are? From my Lord, and you have denied it. I do not have that for which you are. First of all, you don't even show Prophet Muhammad's face. That means that he's like Allah. Once upon a time, he was on earth. So you don't show, Allah's face cannot be seen, and you say Prophet Muhammad's face, don't draw any images. It's like similar, it's same. You are actually worshipping. He's a human being. His face should be shown. His image should be made. What a thing. Are you scared that now his image will be dishonored and burnt and all this? My goodness. But he was dying in pain in bed. That you could not avoid. Say, indeed, I am on a clear evidence from my Lord. You are not. You see, you have used as creator, but every other thing other than the creator, you have made yourself equal with Allah. Say, if I had that for which you are impatient, the matter would have been decided between you. What punishment? No, they want evidence. So don't put words in their mouth like this. And they must be frustratedly angry, upset. And with him are the keys of the unseen. None knows them except him. And he knows what is on the land and in the sea. Not a leaf fall. I'll tell you something. The Jews have a secret name of God. I was just checking Psalm 118. Then I went to 119, and from there they have the secret name of God, by which they follow. They just know it. They follow the command of the Lord. I'll show you that also. Darkness, earth, and no moisture. So subjugate. Our messengers taken. Say it is Allah that delivereth you from these and all distresses, and yet you worship false gods. Say He's the one able to send upon you affliction from above. Look how diversified. Taste of violence. Oh no. You understand. I don't want to read this anymore. But your people have denied it while it is the truth. Say, I am not over your manager. Good. Every tidings appointed yourself so. And when you see those, sorry, I'm just reading like this. Now what's that? So Satan makes you to forget, believers. Yes, here it is. When thou seest men engaged in vain discourse about our signs, ayats, turn away from them unless they turn to a different theme. If Satan ever makes thee forget, believers, then after recollection, sit not thou in the company of those who do wrong. So we are doing the wrong thing by doing this, right? Now Shaitan made Adam also forget. Or no, but he doesn't say, Allah doesn't say, but Allah says in that Surah Taha ayat, or I think, yeah, that Adam forgot, and we found in him no determination to. So who made him forget? Satan. Because here you're told, even Satan makes you forget. He has similar powers, but only not this thing, right? Creator power. But other than that, he's got the power to mislead most of you, the Quran ayat says, except, all of you except his chosen ones, right? Accountable for others, except that it is their duty to admonish them. You see, if you knew the secret, I want to know the secret. But I also want to know the idol worshipping thing. What is it that they invented, gods or what? Through their mind or through their imagination? Through the power of their imagination mind? Let's see. So we go to Psalm. Psalm 119, I think. Because 118 has this, right? The love of God. Blessed are those blameless who walk according to the law of the Lord. Blessed are those who keep his statutes, seek him with all their heart. They do not know wrong, but follow his ways. You have laid down precepts. You know, Psalms are from Hazrat Daud, Zabur, right? And Suleiman, his son, that are to be fully obeyed. Oh, that my ways were steadfast in obeying your decrees, is praying. Then I would not be put to shame when I consider all your commands. I will praise you with an upright heart as I lean your righteous laws. I will obey your decrees. Do not utterly forsake me. How can a young person stay on the path of purity? By living according to your word. I seek you with all my heart. Do not let me stray from your commands. I have hidden your word in my heart, that I might not sin against you. I think this secret, the different, the secret name of God, the Jews have, and the Christians. Say it's Jesus, all fast to your statutes. So you can read these Psalms. Well, I have a problem today. I had a problem and I'm really tired, but I came here to share and see and give my feelings, share my feelings how I feel about this. I've been searching since I had time today. I have set my heart on your laws. Teach me, Lord, the decrees. Obey it with all my heart, direct me. I think here somewhere it says, or was it that one, that I have, with your secret name, with your hidden name, I follow your commandments. Okay, so you can read all this. It's very long. I read it and I just stopped at the secret name. Can't find it. Maybe it was the one I read out. You can read this. Because I wanted to know about Psalm, this, right? So I will be talking about this also. God's love endures. And you know, in Surah Abraham, we have make Abraham's prayer is that make their hearts incline to them. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever. Let Israel say, his love endures forever. Let the house of Aaron say, his love endures forever. Let those who fear the Lord say, his love endures forever. So the house of Aaron, Israel, they know that love is the thing that guides you. And here we have this in Surah Qasas, that you cannot guide those whom you love. Indeed, O Muhammad, you do not guide whom you love, but Allah guides whom He wills, and He is most knowing of the rightly guided. So what we have in Shias here is this. It's quite a problem. Whatever is given in any man is returned. Where is it now? Where did I go? Doesn't make sense. Where is it? Sorry, I just have to check 54. No, 56, Surah Anam 56. 56. The commentary here. Some misinformed commentators, out of their latent evil, have called Abu Talib a non-believer, despite the clear evidence. Remember I told you that some Sunnis, Muslims say that Abu Talib was not guided, and that's why this verse. Surely you cannot guide whom you love. You means Prophet Muhammad. And Prophet Muhammad loved Abu Talib, but could not guide him. Despite the clear evidence of Abu Talib being the foremost believer in the truth of Allah's message, refer to the commentary of Barat 113 for Abu Talib's faith and his help to the Holy Prophet and the religion of Allah. I'm not going to take you there. Mehdi Puya says there's no difference between the liking and disliking of Allah and the Holy Prophet. No difference. Because the Holy Prophet never did or said anything on his own accord, independent of the divine will. Now here it says, to the Holy Prophet, surely you cannot guide whom you love. Does it mean Allah also? Like Allah and the Holy Prophet. But Allah guides whom He pleases. God knows. So this is what I'm after. Now if there was anyone who could... Okay, I'm not finding this thing about... Okay, the love thing is that going to Abraham. Abraham says, how do you give life to dead? So I'll be going there. But before I go there, let me not forget to mention that idol worshippers, like, so what if we had, if someone could explain these verses about against idol worshippers, but who can we trust? So going to Surah Baqarah. I guess I have to contemplate and find out myself. And then if they come to believe as you believe, they are on the right guidance. Why did I come here? Say you will believe in Allah and the revelation given to us, Abraham, Ismail, Jews, Christians, guided. So say no. So this here, witnesses death appeared to Jacob. God knows if I've missed it. And when Abraham said, "My Lord, show me how you give life to the dead," he said, "Do you not believe then?" "Yes," said Abraham, "but just to put my heart at ease." Surah Baqarah ayat 260, right? So then he tells Abraham, Allah tells Abraham, then bring 4 birds, train them to come to you, then cut them into pieces and scatter them on different hilltops. Then call them back, they will fly to you in haste, and so you will know that Allah is Almighty always. So coming close to, like, if you attach someone to yourself, this is how God gives life. We are attached to Him. This is how. Right? So what happened here is I went through this ayat, show me. Now there was another person who says here to God, show me. Look. Or consider him by way of example, who passed by a town that was fallen down upon its turrets. He exclaimed, "How will Allah restore life to his town that is now dead?" Allah then caused him to remain dead for 100 years and then raised him to life and asked him, "How long did you remain in this state?" He replied, "I remained so for a day or part of a day." Allah rejoined, "No, you have rather stayed thus for 100 years. But look at your food and your drink, there is no deterioration in them. And look at your ass, donkey. And we did all this so that we might make you a token of instruction for people. And see how we will put the bones together and will clothe them with flesh. He's no more. For the people. Which people? Of that time? Thus, when the reality became clear to him, he said, "I know that Allah has power over all things." Now, Abraham asked the same question and mentioned when Abraham said, "My Lord, show me how we give life to the dead." Allah said, "Have you not believed?" He said, "Yes, but I ask only that my heart may be satisfied." Abraham doesn't know, but you guess who knows? Previous ayat, another one. Hast thou not turned thy vision to one who disputed with Abraham about his Lord? Because Allah had granted him power before Abraham even. Abraham said, "My Lord is he who giveth life and death." He said, "I give life and death." And he had the power to give life and death. Said Abraham, "But it is Allah that causeth the sun to rise from the east. Do thou then cause him to rise from the west?" Now that's you see, this is the law of the universe that would not change. The sun rises from the east, right? And sets in the west. Thus was he confounded who in arrogance rejected faith, nor doth Allah give guidance to a people unjust. My goodness. This is really, so there are some laws of Allah that you do not, you cannot manipulate, you cannot maneuver, you cannot change. Unless there comes a time when He says, okay, like God knows in the end Prophet Muhammad said that the sun will rise from the west. Those will be the end of times or something like this. Now, even this one who was given power knows at least this, that you can give, he could give life to the dead. I give life and death. He gave death and life. He would say die and they would die. He would say live and they would live. Or that he would, also give life to the dead. Because if he gives life, then if someone is dead, he could say, I give you life. Like Jesus said, Lazarus, rise. Lazarus was dead. After 3 days or so, Jesus went to his grave. So since this happened, after this ayat is from Surah Baqarah, 258. 258. Now look what happens. There was another person who asked God, who started to say, like, how does Allah bring this life after its death? So God made him die. God put him to sleep for many years or something. Okay, and here, then we have Abraham saying, and mention when Abraham said, my Lord. Now this is 260 ayat of Surah Baqarah. And mention when Abraham, so I've read out, right? So along with that, you see now he doesn't know. So Abraham, when that man said, he had power to give life and death. But he just couldn't bring the sun to rise from the west. Maybe that the sun is too powerful, you can't make it rise from the west. Yes, so someone is more powerful than the sun, you would say. But now you look here when Abraham is now telling Allah. Have you ever wondered? You never looked at this ayat like this? That ayat 258, I think, and now 260. Now Abraham is saying, my Lord, what a believer Muslim and all this, Hanif. And when Abraham said, my Lord, show me how you give life to the dead, he got inspired by that man, that wicked man, that Allah says was wicked, and he had the power to say that I give life and death. Who is your Lord? Abraham. Like that. So now Abraham is saying, he learned from that wicked man. Does it make sense? You see, because Allah said, have you not believed? He said, yes, but I only ask that my heart may be satisfied. Now Allah is teaching him. Because, excuse me, do you understand what has happened? Maybe you were too scared to even ask at that time, or see this logic, see 159. Consider 158. Oh, sorry, 258 of Surah Baqarah. 258. Have you not considered the one who argued with Abraham about his Lord merely because Allah had given him kingship? Allah had given him kingship, power. Other translators, look. Oh my God, like Hazrat Suleiman. The wind used to, go according to Hazrat Suleiman's desire. When Abraham said, my Lord is the one who gives life and causes death, he said, I give life and cause death. But Abraham doesn't know how God gives life and causes death. That also. But he just said it here because the ayat is before this. And yet, if you go through all this, if you point out mistakes against me, that's okay, you can. But still, I feel this. And then, mention when Abraham said, how come this ayat is after this? After that ayat. My Lord, show me. And like Lord is asking him, do you not believe? Show me how you give life to the dead. Abraham doesn't have knowledge. And the power was given to that man by Allah. So you would say he, misused the power of Allah, kingship of Allah, given to him. So he said, yes, but I ask only that my heart may be satisfied. This is how Lord gives life to the dead. So the example of those who spend their wealth in the way of Allah is like a seed, and Allah multiplies. And all this, those who spend their wealth in the way of Allah and do not follow up what they have spent with reminders or injury will have their reward. Right? Kind speech, forgiveness is better than charity following injury, free of need. Allah is free of need. O you have believed, do not invalidate your charities with reminders or injury. Spend his wealth, not to be seen, does not believe in Allah. Lastly, his example is like, okay. This is not important. The example of those who spend their wealth single-minded but please Allah. And they do not even ask for thanks. Would one of you like to have a garden of palm trees, great one? He's a flick. What's this? So this. And then we go to, then we go to Surah now. And those who fear Allah are not held accountable. Surah Anam at 75. And thus did we show Abraham the realm of the heavens and the earth, that he would be among the certain. Because he told his father Azar, why do you worship idols? So also did we, right? Lo, Abraham said to his father Azar, takest thou idols for gods? For I see thee and thy people in manifest error. It is he who created the heavens and the earth in true proportions. The day said, be and behold. It is this creator. I mean, when you read these ayats, right, you'll be like, yes, to establish fear Allah, gather together. You'll be so scared but no, look, there's something missing. See, the creator, yes, very well, he's one of a kind, right? Shall we indeed call on others besides Allah? Say, shall we indeed call on others besides Allah, things that can do us neither good nor harm, and turn on our heels after receiving guidance from Allah, like one whom the evil ones have made into a fool, wandering, bewildered, we are called fools. I mean, these people. Allah's guidance, only guidance. Submit to ourselves, to the Lord. Directed to submit ourselves with taslima. Let me see, taslima, no. Taslima is only when you make Prophet Muhammad the judge. It is he who created the heavens and the earth in truth. The day says be and it is. This is the dominion. Horn is blown, unseen, aware of everything, omniscient, omnipotent. So, and mention of Muhammad when Abraham said to his father Azar, do you take idols as deities? Indeed, I see you and your people in manifest error. Thus do we show Abraham the realm of the heavens. Did we show? And the earth, and among certain, to be certain of faith. Has God shown you? So when the night covered him, he saw a star. He said, this is my Lord. But when it set, he said, I like not those that said. And when he saw the moon rising, he said, "This is my Lord." And when it set, he said, "Unless my Lord guides me, I will surely be among the people gone astray." This is how you should reason. One Creator you bow to. And when he saw the sun rising, he said, "This is my Lord. This is greater." But when it is set, he said, "Oh, my people, indeed I'm free from what you associate with Allah." What do you associate with Allah? Oh, here we have it. "Oh, my people, I'm indeed free from your guilt of giving partners to Allah." Free of what you associate. Why do you associate? "Indeed, I've turned my face toward He who created the heavens and the earth, inclining toward truth. And I'm not of those who associate others with Allah. I'm not the mushrikeen." Yes. Surah Takwir ayat, who has the power, possessor of power with Allah, secure, with the Lord of the throne. And his people argued with him. He said, "Do you argue with me concerning Allah, while he has guided me, and I will fear not what you associate with him? Unless my Lord should..." Oh, no, wait a minute. "And I will fear not what you associate with him. Unless my Lord should will something. My Lord encompasseth all things in knowledge." Maybe my Lord knowledge encompasseth all things in knowledge. With knowledge, in knowledge. My Lord encompasseth all things without knowledge. So your Lord is the best alim. Ilman. He doesn't need all this knowledge. He just encompasseth all things. Then will you not remember? And how should I fear what you associate while you do not fear that you have associated with Allah, that for which He has not sent down to you any authority? So which of you two parties has more right to security, if you should know? They who believe and do not mix their belief with injustice, those will have security and they are rightly guided. And that was our argument which we gave Abraham against his people. We raised, what great argument, I tell you. Oh, Creator, you are so great. We raise by degrees whom we will. Indeed, your Lord is wise at knowing. And we gave him Isaac, Jacob, guided. We guided, all we guided. And knew, and before this, that, okay, we gave above and all above. We preferred over the worlds. Ishmael, Elisha, and Jonah, and Lot. And we preferred them above all the nations. And some among their fathers and their descendants and their brothers, we chose them and we guided them to a straight path. That is the guidance of Allah by which He guides whomever He wills for His servants. But if they had associated others with Allah, then worthless for them would be whatever they... What, this joke happening? Joke happening? Those are the ones. Are Creator, He's tarif karing, praising Himself. So, oh, no one... Yes, you will say this really is something terrible. Those are the ones to whom we give the scripture, authority, prophethood, and just going fast like that. Eating some words up. But if they deny it and trust it, people who are not, they're disbelievers. Those are the ones whom Allah has guided. So from their guidance, take an example. Say, I ask of you for it, and no payment. It is not but a reminder for the words. Now what has become a reminder for the words? Ahl Zikr, Hussein my boy, Hussein. Hussein my boy, Hussein. Because where does he ask for payment? Allah now asks for payment. Here Allah say, I'm not ask for any payment. Surah 42, ayat 23. Loving kindness of my near kin. Huh? Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein. So this may remain a reminder. What is happening? Sunni saying no, this Sunnah. We are saying no. Shia say no. Well, I'm not a Shia anymore. Right? You people not understand. Muslims. This is not this obligatory, mandatory. Zikr Hussein, other than Zikr Allah. Zikr Hassan, Zikr Fatima, Zikr Ali. Now all Shias get up and salawat bearing, like saying, you see, this happening. Here it is saying, no. Say to Prophet Muhammad, not any other messenger. Say, I'll ask of you for it, or maybe Abraham. Right? No. This all prophethood, behold, we shall entrust a child. Now, Abraham finish mentioning. No. Abraham coming again. And they did not appraise Allah with true appraisal when they said Allah did not reveal to a human being anything. Huh? See, who could have said this? Not polytheists, because they have idol worshipping, they worship Allah through them. Say, we reveal the scripture, Moses, light, guidance, Jews, pages disclosing of it and concealing much. As if you're not concealing, harming such, though what it mean? What did it mean? Sin, Kaf, Ya, Ha, and all that. What did it mean? No. Here it is say one, okay, hear it. Maybe another ayat, those were the prophets who received Allah's guidance. Copy the guidance they received. Say, copy the guidance they received. Say. So all of the prophets said, say, Allah told them, say, no reward for this do I ask of you. So Allah is saying, copy there, all of the prophets, follow then their way and say, I ask of you no reward for carrying on this mission. It is merely an admonition to all mankind. Oh Muhammad, those are the ones, yes. It means, oh Muhammad, say, follow them. Then why the deviation? Then what happened this from this? Surah Anam ayat 90. You know what happened? No. Now Allah says, say. Surah 42, I cannot forget how beautiful it is to go to Allah through His beloved messenger. How great, beloved. But no, you're not going there, because whoever He loves, He cannot guide. So why you need the beloved? Now from Surah Anam verse 90 we go to Surah Shura verse 23. That is the bounty of which Allah gives tidings to His servants who have faith and do good deeds. Tell them, O Prophet, I do not ask you for any recompense. for my work. Except, now exception coming, love towards kinsfolk. My kinsfolk. What if you read this in tafsir, Shia tafsir, I can show you. My kinsfolk, Prophet Muhammad's. Allah say, Ajre Risalat, this reward for its mission. And it go, now exception Allah make, so he not to follow? No, wait a minute. What's this going on in Surah Anam? Surah Anam is a contradiction. 90, verse 90. You see this? Those are the ones whom Allah has guided, so from their guidance take an example. Say, I ask of you for it, meaning this message, no payment, no reward. No reward, ajran. Ajran. You know, ajran means actually no reward. I ask for it, no reward. Not is it, but a reminder for the world. Now Shias bewildered. I've confused the Shias. Remember, I don't have to remind you, you'll never forget. Hussein, my boy, Hussein. Now Allah make exception. Now you have to love according to Shias. Surah 42, Surah, Ayat 23. Exception. Why he not a say you follow? So of the guidance you follow, say, not I ask you. I don't ask you for it any reward, because all the previous prophets. Right? Now what can save you? Ajre Risalat, only if you remember. Not your salat, nothing can save you. Shias also bewildered at this. I pointed out, right? Exception made. Why did God make this exception here? Going to multilingual Quran. Again, Surah. So this I show you before also that there's a contradiction, but you say no, there's no contradiction. Allah make innovation now, exception. An exception which is before all previous prophets say we not ask for any reward, but the police. What Harun, the love of God endure. What Abraham pray, that make their hearts inclined to them. Why? Hearts very important. Love very important. First attachment. You see what these people are. Because I'm taking you someplace, right? Where am I taking you? Today I might not be able to. Tomorrow I'll take you. 23. Ajre Risalat. There it say no. Reward do I ask of you? Now Allah changes mind. And say no. Now say, and it's not even now. It's like it come like all of a sudden. Suddenly. That is of which Allah gives the good news to His servants. Say, okay? Good news to His servants, to those who believe and do good deeds. Say, to those who believe and do good deeds. Surah Maryam ayat. Allah, the gracious God, creates love in the hearts. And now 23. Say, I do not ask of you any reward for it, but love for my near relatives. Shakir translation. And whoever earns good, we give him more of good therein. Surely Allah is forgiving, grateful. To follow the command of Allah, given in this verse, refer to the commentary of Furqan 57 Sabah, all this. Love of Ahl al-Bayt of the Holy Prophet. Refer to Anam 91 and Yusuf to know that Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein and their children are the only near relatives. Ahl al-Bayt of the Holy Prophet. See commentary of Ali Imran 61 as up 33. Ibn Hajar in Sawaiq and chapter and Ibn Sa'd in Tabaqat in the account of Umar bin Khattab have accepted that the near relatives of the Holy Prophet are the Ahl al-Bayt. The same opinion is found in Tafsir Kashaf, Sahih Muslim, Masnad ibn Hanbal, and Tafsir Dur al-Manthar. This verse commands the Muslims to love the Ahl al-Bayt. Command, it is mandatory, obligatory. It's not a sunnah. It is a command. If they want to repay the Holy Prophet for his toils of prophethood, so that they should follow the Ahl al-Bayt in word and deed, because they have been thoroughly purified by Allah Himself, because they are the truthful, because they are the custodians of the word of Allah, because they alone know the true interpretation of the guidance sent for all mankind. A large number of the narratives reported by the most reliable authorities of the Islamic history prove that this verse was revealed in Medina after the births of Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein, even if they were not born, and this verse was revealed in Makkah. No Muslim can deny that Allah has the absolute authority to refer to future events and persons not yet born, as He refers to the details of the day of judgment, or relates the outcome of the battles the Holy Prophet fought in defense. Those who try to sidetrack the command of Allah to love the near relatives of the Holy Prophet on flimsy grounds must remember that even the least ill will against the thoroughly purified Ahl al-Bayt has been forbidden. From the beginning to the end of their lives, every member of the Ahl al-Bayt had presented an ideal Islamic pattern of life. Check out Sita, Devi, Sri Ram. They were just women, men, normal. Radha, who else is, that. You need all this, my dear Muslims. You need all this. Like you need the stars to guide you. You need all this here. And you need to love them. You need to follow them. Follow Surah Fatiha. Those whom you have blessed. You can't follow yourself, go directly to God, this Muslim telling me. Now, they associate with Allah and they worship them. Now, what are we told by the Sunnis? Oh my God, the things Shias do. They worship Hussein. all this. Unless one loves and follows the Ahlul Bayt, one cannot sincerely avail of the guidance offered by the Holy Prophet. Love implies sincere attachment, which must manifest in every thought and deed. Now, where you will stop this love? Where will you say it has an ending? हाँ? मुझे नहीं रोको, मैं हुसैनी हूँ, मैं ऐसा मातम करूँगा, मैं ऐसा रोऊंगा, मैं ऐसा पीटूंगा, मैं ऐसा करूँगा. मुझे मत रोकना. Don't stop me, I'm a Husseini. I will do such matam, I will do such this, I will do such that, right? Now come here, you Shias. How unjust, huh? They love them. They love them as they love Allah. Quran ayat coming. Now, how are you going to tell? How are you going to tell the Sunnis? I was going to tell them. You come with me. We are going to tell the Sunnis who tell us that we worship Hussein. I say not a speck of worship. But how are you going to tell them that our line is drawn against us? We love them, we don't worship them. How are you going to tell them? What's the difference? Allah bichare, these poor. And yet among the people are those who take other than Allah as equals. They love them as they love Allah. Actually should or could, whatever you may put. But those who believe are stronger. Sunnis say we are stronger in love. What are they doing loving? Yet they don't know that they worship. If you say anything against the Sahabas, they will kill you. They'll get so angry at you. If they can't kill you, they will get angry. If they can't kill you, they will spread the rumors, false rumors against you, Shias. They can lie. It is halal for them. You see, to what length they can, because of this terrorist, unjust person, this Prophet Muhammad. Don't put it on me, because I know what is happening between Shia Sunni. Differences, conflict, everything I study. And I wanted to bring you unity, but I see that what injustice Allah and Prophet Muhammad are. You understand? This how love guide. The ones they used to associate with Allah, as you say, and worship, making them equal to Allah. Can you say stop? My love for Allah is stronger. Because Allah himself say love them. That's the test that your love is stronger for Allah. Because Allah himself say love them. This mandatory, obligatory. Ahlul Bayt, loving Ahlul Bayt. These poor people, Sunnis think they are very sure. हम तो सिर्फ अल्लाह का नाम लेते हैं. अल्लाह मस्जिदों में किसी और का नाम नहीं लो, अल्लाह का नाम लो. Toba, 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 shirk, 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 haram, haram, haram. What nonsense they are saying. This why nonsense they are saying. This ayat coming. Surah Baqarah ayat 165. And then now he make his relatives important to love them, mandatory, obligatory. Now where do you draw the line that you love Allah more? You can only tell these Sunnis, your fellow Muslims, that we love them because Allah made it mandatory for us to love them. They become Ahl-Zikr. They become a part of your worship. But Radharani, no. Lakshmi Devi, no. They've just created, invented with their minds. And you haven't, your Allah hasn't invented with his mind. These people, put them on a pedestal. In worship, his worship, associating with him. So you receive guidance. Let's put it in proper words. How he deceives you by turning words around for Prophet Muhammad and his family members against the polytheists. Okay? So sad. That has Samirisi in his soul inclined. Samirisi Jibreel, no one else sees Jibreel coming to punish Pharaoh. We are in contact, Tafsir read. And you say, follow Moses, that's why if God had given you guidance in your soul, not these problems, all problem finished. Problems like these would not have come up. Between you Muslims also, amongst you people, Muslims, because unjust God, this not that true God. Why this W? My Maulana Sahib say, you're right, mistake. You see, yet L together. Allah. Double L. When this there, you don't need to put a double L here, Lam. Mistake, Maulana Sahib, I say. He not teach me. He say, I not come. If I not find the reason, I not come. I pointed our mistake here. Honorable men left. So how many bridges now are we going to burn? You not see how unfair it is for these poor polytheists? Love bring trust, everything. Guidance come. That's why now Allah bring. Where's the house of Aaron? Love endures. Israel, love endures forever. If I put Imam Ali there in Psalm 118 to show the Christians, the Jews, who will come from the house of God. Maybe he killed. And I'm trying to find him. The one who may be God born in the house. What a great disaster he do, this Prophet Muhammad. And he married Safiya, killing her father from Aaron and a relative. How could Safiya be a relative of Harun wa Musa? Huh? If her father not, if her mother not. What he do to them? case I'm going on. Also for the Jews. Not that I'm a Jew, but just justice. For justice, for truth. To show you, you are following a murderer of the relative of Harun wa Musa and someone who raped Safia. To make himself proud that I marry. Now what Imam Hassan Askari will marry someone from the disciple relative, Simon, Peter. So you say Bibi Narjis is Imam Mehdi's mother. Imam Hassan Askari marry. Now Jesus Christ and Imam Mehdi will appear. Right? Shia say this. Now, so I need to be sure that who come, who I can believe in, who I can follow, who is Kalki. I'm not sure, I'm still this thing. I've gone to the Buddhists, now doing their mantra. So thinking how these goddesses and gods came. Were they invented by the mind, the imagination? Who were they? What were they? But still, I've come this far, and I'm a truth seeker. And until I don't find my complete, and if that complete thing that we find and we know is pure awareness, but not this God. I'm not going to so many contradictions are found. Now he's put an exception. And so in this exception you will say, God has brought an exception and there's no contradiction. Right? Surah Baqarah, Surah Anam, Ayat 90, and Surah 42, Ayat 23. Say, I ask of you for it no reward. It is but a reminder for the worlds. This. And so along with this are those, Ahl al-Bayt. Follow then their way and say, now, until now, Prophet Muhammad is asked to follow their way and say, I ask of you no reward. Some very great mishap has taken place, noteworthy. So maybe it wasn't like this. Maybe Jews were supposed to follow the way someone, Kaab. So on one hand this. But this is not conclusive because that ayat has come. Surah 42, ayat 23. Why did that ayat come? That the you give us previous messengers who didn't do this but were Muslims. Didn't do that but were Muslims. But now you know who's a believer, who does full taslima, like Allah, judge. He's the judge. Muhammad, we have to full taslima. Submit fully. Now who's a believer? Forget the Muslims, previous prophets. Believer has to be Imam Ali, one person. Very few. and above the rest of the prophets who are only Muslims. Because who is a believer now, who believes and obeys Allah and the Messenger, not only says that I have submitted my will, not enough. You see that ayat. Believers are above Muslims. And then full taslima who is doing. Oh my God. So he's, in ways, he's associated with Allah. Also that. And love, you cannot guide. But you know who's going to guide? If you love Ahl Bayt, you believe in this, believe in this, believe in this, believe in this, while it is reciting it. Why are you not believing in it when the recitation has come? Huh? Where's the evidence? Only recitation, you believe in it because it is being recited. What? Please show us evidence. And if they're showing evidence, don't bear witness. Don't be with them. Don't listen to them. Don't do this. Don't do that. These are all false gods. So if their minds have created these gods and their imagination, you have given authority. Okay, idol. Then you make no idol of Prophet Muhammad also, like image or something. Picture doesn't come. It means that he's God. Likeness of him as like God. Also, and what else is there now? What else at the point? Very sad, very sad. You think, okay, he's made, no, the polytheists have invented their gods, right? Today, even someone like a Hindu, Sadguru, Guru, we invented our gods. And okay, you invented your gods, and those Hindus, poor Hindus are saying, we invented our gods. Allah saying, I made Prophet Muhammad judge, become judge. But no judge except Allah. Take no judge except Allah. That ayat. And you've made what? Exception here. So you were told to follow those prophets, but then now you've made an exception here. Who will explain this? If that Jew was alive, who knew the secret, please explain. Exception. Love towards my kinsfolk. Islam, it says ex-Shia. Sorry, I'm an ex-Shia. Ex-Shia, ex-Muslim. But sometimes I give defense for the Shias against the Sunnis to make you understand what is the conflict going on. Comb out that also, so that you Muslims, okay, but you were never in the good path of Islam. Meaning? Now you see, you come here with this kind of a thing. Good path of Islam is what? This is the path of those who are blessed. Surah Fatiha, right? Are you with those? Are you on the good path? You were Shia? Why you quit Islam? I have given reasons, several. There are discrepancies. There's in the Quran ayats, right? I quit Islam because of Surah Nur ayat 33 and Surah, I see many discrepancies now. Surah Azab ayat 37. Why he married his adopted son's wife? Yes, I'll show you. God make mistake here. And there are many other inconsistencies in the Quran. Surah Nur, Ayat 33. God didn't write it properly here. If you can see this, and do not compel your slave girls to prostitution if they desire chastity. Meaning, if they don't desire chastity, you can prostitute them. This is not like rape. God did not put this properly. Here it is. And do not compel your slave girls to prostitution if they desire chastity. God should have just said, and do not compel your slave girls to prostitution to seek the temporary interests of the worldly life. Full stop. Now, he even say, and if someone should compel them, then indeed Allah is, they have to put to them. To whom? To the pimps who force them into prostitution? After their compulsion, forgiving and merciful. How can Allah be forgiving and merciful to those who are compelled into prostitution? It is not even their fault. This is forced prostitution. Allah doesn't know that if you leave, you see, you leave out forceful prostitution, still is prostitution, but it has the will of the slave girls or the prostitute. That's not right. I don't have a religion, I'm a truth seeker. I'm seeking, let's see, I'm more inclined to Buddhism, Hinduism, trying to learn the religion and see. But I'm a truth seeker still. Can you give me the surah? Surah is Surah Nur. I said Surah Nur, Ayat 33. Surah Nur. Oh, you want the number of the surah? 24. 24. Regardless of be chaste and all this, you're most welcome. You see, everything is okay, but let them who find not marriage abstain until Allah enriches them from His bounty. Yes, be chaste, be chaste, be chaste. But here Allah put it wrongly about prostitution. Please check. About these slave girls or maids, Allah says, and do not compel, meaning force, your slave girls to prostitution if they desire chastity. Meaning, if they don't desire chastity, then it's not even forced prostitution, meaning you can prostitute them. And also this part vague. Who are going to be forgiven? Or who will Allah has forgiven? What is this? Okay, wait a minute. If they desire, okay? So, to seek the temporary interests of worldly life. And if someone should compel them, then indeed Allah is, after their compulsion, forgiving and merciful. I can understand merciful to console you that Allah is merciful. Allah should have put loving and like Allah loves you, don't worry about it. Someone did bad to you, Allah cares for you. But forgiving, when you're compelled into prostitution, this means that Allah has forgiven the pimps who even forced them into prostitution. This very loosely put, very open to interpretation. Different. See, ice lime, this not rape. If you even take out forceful sexual, this thing, it still remain prostitution. So you are new to this. I have to take you to ABCD of the Quran. So you change the subject now because you good path. What is the good path? The path of those whom Allah has blessed. Surah Fatiha. So why you not to follow the path of those whom Allah has blessed? Why you not follow Ahl al-Bayt after Prophet Muhammad? Why you follow, do you follow the other Rashidun caliphs? Because then you could be gone astray and the wrath of Allah be on you. Right? So saving the Sunni Muslims too to see this, although they think that the Shias are on the wrong path, Shias are on the right path, the path of those on whom Allah is blessed. The path is of those whom Allah is blessed. Not of those who have incurred. Then who has Allah blessed? In the Quran, the family of Abraham. Above all people, even favored them and blessed them. He tells Abraham and Sarah, I think, Hajra they say. Now whose son, no, I think Bibi Sarah, when the messengers came, they said, "Oh, Ahlul Bayt, you are blessed," right? Something like this. It's not you Muslims who are blessed. They have been for eons blessed. You don't follow the path of every Muslim, do you? You follow the path of those who are blessed. Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad. He did not say Muhammad was Sahaba Muhammad. Who are the Ahl al-Bayt? They are blessed. You don't even know that. And you say you were on the wrong path. You were not in the good path. You were never on the good path. Who are blessed? You know Surah Fatiha. And then it is said to Abraham, what? We blessed his family. Why you say that? Why you say that Durud Abraham wa al Abraham, blessings on Abraham wa al Abraham? Why you say that? If you follow every other Muslim, he not a good. Maybe he only Quran, only this, only that. Look, he has perfected his blessings upon you and upon the family of Jacob, as he did for your ancestors Abraham, Isaac before that. Look who are the blessed. Even your prophet following the religion of Abraham. See who are the blessed. Why you have to pay salutations to Abraham and send blessings? Because they're already blessed, right, by Allah and his family. There's an ayat here I cannot right now find. We blessed you, and we blessed the family of Abraham. Allah has already blessed them. You're going to go to the one who Allah has already blessed. The family Allah has already blessed. So how you say we are not on the right, the Shias were not. I was never on the right path. Where's that ayat? Where is prophethood ordained? In this family, not in the Sahabas. So sorry, you were never on the right path. Take Surah Fatiha. Umar ibn Khattab was going to be ruined. He spoke loud in the presence of Prophet Muhammad. There's an ayat against Abu Bakr in Surah Nur 22. And you Sunnis say Allah was correcting at times. Prophet Muhammad made mistakes. We Shias not say that. When I was a Shia, I know. Now, but whose path? And who were the heirs of Abraham? See here, Baba. You see? And another thing is that, let me show you first. You say that I was never on the good path. You're saying, look at this Muslim. Again, he's come with this ignorance. Brother, you have come with such a ignorance. Again, reminding me of that, my previous, now you see? Your Shia, Islam. Islam says, okay, but you were never in the good path of Islam. You were a Shia, why you quit Islam? Can you show me what is that? Not important. Surah Azab, ayat 37. Surah Abasa ayats. Your prophet frowned. What kind of a prophet is that at a blind man frowning? He doesn't know that the man is blind. You don't frown at a blind man. Allah give him bamboo, warning. Accursed this man, Allah say. How you not give, how you frown to the blind man when you see him coming that he may receive guidance or purity from you? You see, now you bring up this conflict. The right path. Follow the path which Allah is. Surah Fatiha. You are the one not on the right path. If you bring a brother, if you bring Shia Islam here and say that the Shias, my former religion, were never on the straight path, who gave you the right to say that? Huh? Quran ayats? Where in the Quran Allah say that make Abu Bakr the Sahaba, the first rightly guided caliph? When you say where in the Quran say that Allah say Ali make Ali the first Imam? I ask you, where does God say in the Quran to make Abu Bakr the first caliph? You people chose, or he was made by selection, or no, he was made by what you call that? Here it is. Show us the straight way. You are praying like this to Allah. Show you the straight way. Now where is the straight path? The path of those upon you whom you have bestowed favor. You have already bestowed it. Who have you bestowed favor on? Not of those who have earned your anger or those who are astray. Huh? Way of those on whom thou hast bestowed thy grace. Mean already thou hast bestowed thy grace, for goodness sake. Yeah. You just look at this and say, Master of the Day of Judgment, it is you we worship, and you alone we ask for help. You alone we worship. You worship Prophet Muhammad. Surah Fat, Ayat 9. Praise him morning and evening, and your translators have put I, Allah. What has Allah told you here? You are praying like this, and you don't even know which path, who are on the right path. Did Allah tell you that Abu Bakr is on the right path? No. Allah has told you who is on the right path. The family of Abraham, the family of Harun wa Musa. Relics came down, Tabut, there was Sakina. Yes, in the cave was Abu Bakr. Why Sakina come down? To calm down Abu Bakr, not your prophet. Because of your prophet in the cave, Sakina come down on Abu Bakr. Maybe Prophet Muhammad because he want politics to come and find out Hijrah during. Now tell me, who has Allah bestowed favor on? Give me Quran ayats and give me names of those that Allah has bestowed his favor upon. And each one of them were sons or brothers or Sahabas. Tell me, who are the Ahlul Bayt? Who is Jacob, Ishmael? Who is Isaac? Sons of Abraham. Islam, you are not following the right path. You never did. I care for you, Sunni Muslims. Come here to show you, help you also. But now I'm out of this religion. Please see. At least come on the right path, Shia path. Shia Islam. What Abraham? Abraham, Shia of Nuh. Surah Safat. Not Shia of Allah, Shia of Nuh. And they were all relatives, right? Or maybe not. But they were friends. whom Allah mentioned? Jacob, Isaac. Show us the straight way. You think only the Quran show you? You read Quran verses, recite them, and you get the straight way? Do you ever say Durud Sharif? The long one that you Sunni say, because you are not on the straight path. You have to say long one. On Ibrahim, wa all Ibrahim, Qasam Tali, this, that, God knows what. We on the straight, Shias on the straight path, they just say Allahumma salawat on Prophet Muhammad and his family. You not even know that Prophet Muhammad on Maqam al-Mahmud already? You pray that he reach Maqam al-Mahmud. Yes, it is say in this ayat, chicken wing Steve. Allah the only judge. Where was it and now I come to my notes, show you. Surah Anam, ayat 114. This is about many things. I start with Prophet Muhammad as Allah as a judge. And then I go to other things like that I'm confused about because I'm a truth seeker, that the arguments that Abraham gave about idol worshipping, against idol worshipping, and one Allah creator not good enough, not satisfying. So I start from here. Chicken wing Steve. Surah Anam ayat 114 say, Allah says, say, then is it other than Allah I should seek as judge? Okay, get it now? While it is He. And then here in Surah Nisa at 65, but no, by your Lord, they will not truly believe until they make you, meaning, O Muhammad, judge. This means that equivalent, it's implied in the Quran, these two Quran ayats, since no other than Allah should, you should not seek any other than Allah as a judge. But you're asked in Surah Nisa 65, which Dr. David Wood pointed out. And this is with full submission, full taslima, to his decision even. But I pointing out that no other judge should you seek other than Allah. Then what have you done? Like other than Allah, no partner. Other than Allah, associate nothing. Right? So if you do that, you would be doing shirk. So I'm trying to show also that the polytheists, the ayats against polytheists are unjust, unfair, and false. As this fails here, because you're doing shirk here already. God is doing shirk. Chicken Wing Steve says, so you are arguing that worshipping Muhammad would be shirk? I'm saying that it is worshipping Muhammad other than, yes, besides Allah, but I'm not saying it's wrong. And I'm just saying against the polytheists, it's unfair, right? To say their gods are false and all this. I'm saying if Allah wants you see, He's made you worship Muhammad. Wrong or right, I don't know right now. I'm not on that, wrong or right. But if you're saying shirk is unforgivable, which it says in the Quran ayat, shirk is unforgivable. So I'm just showing you through Quran ayats that it is unfair. You're worshipping Muhammad along with Allah. And then why against the polytheists that? You see, I'm not saying it. I'm just showing through Quran ayats right now. Then I give my opinion and I say this wrong, that wrong. That's my opinion. But as you asked me here, so you are arguing that worshipping Muhammad would be shirk? I'm just, Chicken Wing Steve says, I understand, but the gods of the polytheists are made up. If Allah is the only true God, yes, then Allah is the only true God, then shirk is unforgivable, right? If Allah is the only true God, then there should be no one with him, right? A possessor of power. You know that shirk is unforgivable. It's a Quran ayat. And then how do you know that Allah has sent down authority? This Allah is the only true God who has sent down authority that you should worship Muhammad. And yet he doesn't say that in that way in the Quran, mind you. He doesn't say it directly. He blames the idol worshippers for worshipping those protectors, the awliya Allah they've made in Surah Zumar, ayat 3. Yet he doesn't say directly that you should be worshipping Muhammad. If they are on the wrong path, but then their hearts are pure, Allah will end up guiding them to Islam. Why should Allah end up guiding them to Islam? Because Islam is a terrorist religion. Doesn't accept any other religion. It breaks houses. It threatens to obliterate faces of the Ahl Kitab if they don't believe in this. How do you know that this Allah is the true Allah? When even Allah, the word, is borrowed by the polytheists, from the polytheists, by Islam, by Muhammad. It is stated in the Quran, Wikipedia says, Allah forgives not that partners should be set up with him, but he forgives anything else to whom he pleases. To set up partners with Allah is to devise a sin most heinous indeed. Surah Nisa ayat 48. But it isn't said in the Quran that we should worship Muhammad. But it is implied that you are worshipping Muhammad. Because it shows that the judge, no other than Allah, should be taken. But do you know a thing about implying something which is indirectly told to you? Do you know anything about something which is indirectly told to you? Which Allah is doing in these Quran ayats. It says we should believe in His messenger. Belief is a part of faith, right? And obey also. Obedience is a part of worship. Don't worry, please do not get mad at me. I'm only trying to have a friendly conversation. Okay, but do you know what I'm not angry at you. I'm just talking like this because trying to explain is a struggle for me. Obedience isn't a part of worship in my opinion. In your opinion, it isn't. Okay. But actually it is. Ibadat is worship. It is obedience to someone. Obeying someone. And submitting your will to Allah, isn't that a part of worship? Huh? Submitting your will to Allah. What is Islam? Submission to the will of Allah. Right? So, brother, if I'm not getting angry at you, but you can't see a simple thing here, which I showed you. And then you're saying, to me, actually the word worshipping, according to its definition, only applies to God. Well, it only applies to God, but this is the thing where God has deceived you in your religion, Islam. Worship on the expression of reverence and adoration. Oh, please, I think you're going too fast for me, brother. Brother, you don't see it. Honor with, okay. All this consists of worship, right? What consists of worship? Each time a deity is mentioned. What are you told to do here, brother? Surah Fat, Ayat 9. That you people may believe in Allah and His Messenger, and honor Him and respect Him and exalt Him. Your translators have put a wrong, i.e. Allah here. Because after the Messenger, honor Him, respect Him, and exalt Him morning and afternoon. The ayat itself doesn't say Allah. Your translators have mistranslated this ayat. This consists of worship. You're worshipping Prophet Muhammad and you don't even know you're worshipping Prophet Muhammad because God doesn't say it clearly. In blaming the polytheists, he says they worship their awliyas. But you know what worship consists of. You're saying worship upon the feeling or expression of reverence and adoration for a deity, the worship of God. And what is this? In a roundabout manner, God has made you worship Prophet Muhammad. Allah has made you worship Prophet Muhammad. Revere him, honor him, exalt him morning and evening. Muhammad isn't a deity? No, that's just your lame saying, lame excuse. It's feeble. Because when you work it out, it's just that if some hypocrite says something and doesn't mean it, doesn't mean that the hypocrite is saying the truth, right? Well, I haven't invented the definition. That's just what the definition says. Which definition? Which definition? Allah is the creator. Which definition? The only thing is that Muhammad is not the creator, if you mean that worship Allah as a creator. What kind of deity do you worship? You're worshipping Allah as just a creator. None is like him because he is the creator. None creates. The first one on Google. No. You see, here we need to see what Allah himself means, because then you catch Allah and see that he's such a hypocrite against, you see, deity. He's made himself the creator deity only. But you're taking Prophet Muhammad as a deity also. And he doesn't say it, but it's implied. He says not to take partners with him. Here you're worshipping him, Prophet Muhammad. And he also says not to take lords. And Surah Takwir, I'll show you where you've made a mistake, your translators. You're supposed to take Jesus Christ as the Lord in Surah Tawbah. Because you're not supposed to take anyone as Lord, even. Not the creator, but you know what Lord means? Rabb. The nurturer. What does Lord mean? You know, if you know the meaning of Lord, and I'll show you how to come to that. Where your translators have made a mistake. You see, and there are two contradictory ayats. We should not take any one of each other as lords, but you're allowed to take Jesus Christ as Lord. Because the ayat goes like that in Surah Tawbah. Along with Allah, you can take Jesus Christ as Lord. Show me how, as we should take Jesus as our Lord. Okay. Where's that ayat? Surah Tawbah, ayat 31 or 33? 31. Here, Allah should have put, they have taken Jesus or Masih ibn Maryam and their rabbis and their monks as lords, besides Allah. But it is not like this. They have taken their rabbis and their monks as lords besides Allah and the Messiah, Masih ibn Maryam. This means you can take Masih ibn Maryam is taken as Lord along with Allah. This ayat, Surah Tawbah 31. So we should take Muhammad and Allah as our lords. Yes. Definitely. Actually, here it's very clear that you should take Allah and the Masih ibn Maryam as your Lord. They worship one God. That's just a contradiction then from the ayat. It contradicts this ayat. They worship one God. Okay, they worship one God, but in that one God, there's a problem also. Can you be one with God? Can you be one with God? If you're one with God, what did no, having a Lord and worshipping isn't the same thing. Oh my goodness. Here God says, don't take the prophet. Wait a minute. Don't take each other. The prophet never said, take me as the Lord, right? How is that? Don't take prophet as Lord. You've got it wrong. You're going the wrong, contradictory Islamic way. There are many contradictions in the Quran. You're just showing the contradictions in the Quran. First of all, there's a contradiction in not taking partners with Allah. It's unforgivable shirk. Then it says without authority. So you need to know this authority's right to take partners with Allah. Right, right? Yes, you cannot be one with God. Now, right, I'll show you. Bear patiently with me. Have you seen, O Prophet, the one who has taken their own desires? No, not this one. The problem is, but no, by your Lord, they will never be true believers until they accept. You see, the problem is I can't find that verse which says, don't, don't take it. Wait a minute, I'll just. The Prophet did not say, I can't find that verse. The Prophet. Now your soul is not your spirit. Is the spirit created by God? Does the Quran ayat say? You know what Lord is? Allah, in other words. Okay, here about Jesus as two gods alongside God. No, they did not say two gods. Take us Maida ayat 116. You see, there are these contradictions in the Quran. They take as one, Jesus being one with God, Jesus being the Son of God and God Himself, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. Now that's about yes, Jesus never said to take me and my mother as two gods, but as one God, one. Please open the surah, you're taking it out of context. No, you're giving me contradictory things from the Quran ayats. In the Quran ayats, there are many contradictions. I'm not the one taking it out of context. I could say you are giving me contradictions because you are following contradictions in the Quran ayats and you are ignorant of it. I'm not the one taking it out of context. The Quran doesn't say that we should worship Jesus as a God. That's what I'm saying. This is the big deceiver that has deceived you. What is the meaning of Lord? No, because I cannot find that surah. Give me the surah number and I'll find it. I have been trying to look for the surah. So I want to go the other way. So if you will not act smart with me and blame me for taking it out of context, which surah doesn't exist? If it doesn't exist and I made a mistake, I can show you many contradictions in the Quran ayats except for this. Right? So I said, please bear with me. Well, you cannot find it, so perhaps you have made a mistake. Let's move on. Since you cannot prove this contradiction, show me a different contradiction. Show you a different contradiction? Will you accept it or will you say I'm out of context? No, I don't believe you. Here it is, Ale Imran. Verse 64. Come to an agreement between us and you that we shall worship none but Allah, and that we shall ascribe no partner unto him, and that none of us shall take others for lords besides Allah. And if they turn away, then say, bear witness that we are they who have surrendered unto him. I found it. Surah Al-Imran, verse 64. Now what do you say about this? It says not to take each other as lords. Huh? Over there you agreed, right? That along with Allah, Jesus, Masih ibn Maryam is Lord. Here in this surah it says, say, O people of scripture, come to a word that is equitable between us and you, that we will not worship except Allah. And it's telling Jews and Christians not to worship, yes, not to take each other as lords instead of Allah. Yes, but then in Surah Tawbah ayat 31 it says to take Masih ibn Maryam as Lord with Allah. Here it's saying not to even associate anything with Allah. To take both, right? But not one over the other. But one is on earth. He is in flesh and bone. There's no difference between that Allah and this Isa ibn Maryam, Masih ibn Maryam. No, it's saying to not associate anything with Allah and worship one instead of him. Worship and not take another as lords. It also says, and not take one another as lords instead of Allah. Excuse me? No, never let go of Allah and this and that. No one is letting go of Allah. Allah was an idol worship, an idol that the polytheists used to worship. Allah didn't even come originally. No one is letting go. Just stay on. See, this is what you are doing. Now you're going to lie. You're going to blame me. You're going to put your own words illogical. You're taking everything out of context now. You'll give your words, your phrases, never to let go of Allah, never take someone else instead of Allah as what? As Lord, right? It says here, I'm not blaming you. Please do not feel threatened. No, please calm down. Let's have a respectful conversation. Can we have an honest conversation instead of respectful? Can we have an honest, open, honest conversation? I'm trying to be absolutely honest, but no one can be absolutely honest. You either are honest or you're not honest. You're trying to be absolutely honest, then that's great. Then that's even higher than respect for me. So now please don't blame me that I'm being disrespectful towards you. In other words, being respectful enters in the definition of respectful. But can you be honest? Am I being disrespectful to you? I have never said that you are being disrespectful. Then what are you trying to say? Let's not waste our time here, right? Please calm down. But this is my way. I'm tired. I'm not feeling well. I'm being respectful. You don't have to be respectful. But just be honest. And therefore, honest in this conversation, we can do both. No, you were giving your own opinion here. You're not being honest. You're not being honest here. And not associate anything with him. In his worship, right? That means that we will not worship except Allah and not. This means worship, not associate anything with him. I'm being absolutely honest. I'm not trying to point out how the word instead really plays an important role in this conversation. So what are you trying to say to be respectful? Were you trying to say that I'm disrespectful towards you? What were you trying to say when you said, let's be respectful? Okay. God knows, please, can you mean what you say? Say what you mean. So you do not scream at me. Okay, I'm not screaming at you. Yes, let me produce the way I see the surah. You're going to produce the way you see it, or as the surah is? As the surah should be seen. Yes? Produce it as it should be seen. Okay. Yes, of course. Let me produce my argument 1 second. Sure. You can take your time. I know it's difficult here. I'm terrible at commands. All right. So can I go on about this until you produce your argument? So that we will not worship except Allah and not associate anything with him. Is this not a part of worship? Worshipping Allah. Not to associate anything with him. And not take one another as lords instead of Allah. But if they turn away, then say, bear witness that we are Muslims. Meaning that we will not worship except Allah and not associate anything with him and not take one another as lords instead of Allah. So it says that, here is Chicken Wing Steve. So it says that we should not take any other Lord instead of Allah. What this means is that Allah shouldn't be replaced by a different Lord. The word instead plays a crucial role in this. Sorry, I didn't get you. Instead of Allah. But you can take lords with Allah, right? That would be partners with Allah. Right? Sorry, I didn't get you. Instead of Allah, no one takes Jesus Christ instead of Allah as Lord. No Christian takes Jesus Christ or Jesus Christ as two gods. Or Bibi Maryam. And Bibi Maryam is not even in the Trinity. So who are you kidding? Who are you kidding? You can go and, about this, go to Sam Shamoun. He is more eloquent in this. You've come to a weakling. I'm not talking about the Trinity right now. No, but you gave me that verse on two gods, taking two gods when it became apparent on Google search here. But then what is this? Not associate anything with him. What does this mean? And not to associate anything with him? Not besides him, not apart from him, but not associate anything with him. It says associate something instead of him. Meaning then everything is one with him. Right? No, no, no. The Quran. Are you Pakistani? By the way, do you know the meaning of, are you Arabic? Are you Arabi? You know Arabi? Are you an Arab? If we let go of Allah, we are not following the verse. Are you an Arab? If we let go of Allah, we are not following that verse. However, if we are respecting and following Muhammad, but we are not letting down Allah, well, now you can say this from your point of view as a Muslim. But what about the polytheists? They call their Allah Ishwar. Huh? Are you an Arab? You know Arabic, right? The Quran doesn't tell you to worship 15 gods like the Greeks. Okay, not to worship gods, yes, 15 or 120 or million gods. Well, you know, your Quran has one shaitan who has made life hell for the people. So, isn't he a partner with God? In other words, testing, putting people on trial. Just by saying it doesn't mean associating, but how powerful is shaitan? He has told Allah that with your might I'm going to, we don't need 15 gods, 20 gods, even if we had 20 gods, to you Muslims it would not make a difference. Should it make a difference? Because you have shaitan with the power of Allah misleading human beings. Okay, then you say La ilaha illallah and see how much. Will shaitan run away from you? Allah was able to banish him from an entire dimension. Baba, the paradise and all this is not needed because here he has said what he has said by your might in the Quran ayats that you can't see. You see, I don't know where in the world that you're coming from. I think you're coming from a very biased view. Are you an Arab? Please put there, I am an Arab. Or a Pakistani. Where are you from? Originally, where are you from? I just want to point out. No. Please tell me where are you from. Are you an Arab or a Pakistani? No, you can speak Arabic. No. Are you an Arab, Irani, Pakistani? Where are you from? No. Do you know the meaning of nikah? Do you know the meaning of nikah? The way you're saying instead, it's with Allah. There are other ayats which say do not associate anyone with Allah. Not instead of Allah. It doesn't say it's instead of Allah. So don't put words in the Quran ayats, extra words, or wrong words. You will be changing the words of God, na'uzubillah. I would like to not disclose this information. Okay, you're being honest. I will, that's why, okay. I will not tell you where I am from, but you seem to be from Pakistan. You're not an Arab. You see, this is the problem. The problem is you're not an Arab. Even Arabs come here and give me a problem. And Pakistani is worse than these Arabs. Are you saying that the international Sahih is not translating this properly? Is Sahih international from Arab country? This website is an Arab country? If that's the case, go argue. No, I'm taking the word. No, in some things, even your translators have made a mistake. Yes, I'm saying that your translators have made a mistake. Are you saying that the international Sahih is not translating this properly? Sometimes it doesn't. If that's the case, go argue against those. Are you an Arab or are you a Pakistani? Tell me here. I had enough of your nonsense. Which translation? Are you a Pakistani? Why would you not like to disclose it? Because you're a Pakistani. Or are you an Arab? I'm taking word by word here. You're not from Pakistan. Are you from Bangladesh or India? Are you an Indian Muslim? I've had an enemy who's married this Indian Muslim. Look, if you're going to give me your translation and you're going to tell me to read it instead of Allah, I'm not going to take that. Because there's another ayat which says, do not associate partners with Allah directly. It says with. The Arabic word is with. Now, the Lord, do not take anyone besides Allah. Or it means other than Allah. You don't know this? No, I'm typing you to open all the translations. I can't open all the translations. Besides Allah. Min duni. Now, if you will be straight here and understand there's a contradiction, instead of playing with words, instead, no, I will not come down. You are not the right person to argue with or have a discussion here, an honest discussion, because you will never see. So I don't want to waste my time with you. Okay, as you please. However, a mad human is a mad. Now you're calling me mad. Get out. What kind of madness? Huh? Well, I have had enough because you're playing with words. I can see. You're calling me mad. No. Angry person is not called mad like this. In this, I'm sorry. Have you come here for justice, truth, for the polytheists also to see? Have you seen the history and all? Have you gone around, seen? How your Allah is unfair to the polytheists? Have you contemplated ever in your life? Sincerely and honestly, instead of playing with words. You've called me mad. A person who is mad, that means insane. That doesn't mean angry. And I see you playing with words. I will not have, there's a hypocrite like you. I will have to test you whether I can rely on an honest, friendly discussion here. Because I don't want this to get into a debate. That's why I was testing you. No, but the way you used mad, a mad human, meaning, you see, an angry person doesn't always remain angry. There are times when you are with a friend, you are with an honest person who doesn't play around with words, doesn't give you a hard time, doesn't pull your strings. English and Arabic, is it your first language? No, you said here, mad as, are you not mad right now? Okay, as you please. However, a mad human is a human who doesn't think properly. You could have put angry, because I have a problem, madness, mad bouts and all this. But if you would come sincere with me, wallah, I meant angry, not mad. Oh my goodness, please don't swear. Please don't swear. You see, if I see you coming honestly, I would not get angry or hurt. But if you're just playing with words, like instead, and you're not seeing another ayat which says, with Allah do not associate anyone or anything. Okay, please don't waste your time and my time here. Now, what is it that you want to see? It's very clear. You can take Lord Jesus Christ with Allah. It's very clear. And it's a contradiction with that ayat. But if you don't want to see, I can't do anything more than that for you. Already I have my impediments. I'm sorry then. Okay, brother, sister, I'm sorry, I can't do anything more for you. There are many discrepancies other than this in the ayats, Quran ayats. There's unfairness against Jews, there's terrorism, there's threats like anything to convert them. Okay, goodbye, sorry, yes. Goodbye. I'm also very sorry. If a clear contradiction you can't see and you're playing around with words, then there's no way. With such people I can be. So the thing is that, okay, here we had a contradiction, and these people, you see, they just want to make it make this ayats, Quran ayats, Muslims who even are confused, you don't want to help them, but you want to make sure that you are right about this ayat, read in context, read this word like this, whereas there's another ayat which says, do not take partners with Allah, not even min duni, besides Allah. Besides Allah has two meanings, other than Allah or along with Allah. So if you don't even want to see that, then this is the problem with the Muslims, that they come here with a mind which is like one true Allah, the creator, and this is not worship, and this is not worship, because you're not made clear what is worship and what consists of worship. I don't know why. And then your Allah is blaming the polytheists for worshipping awliya, calling them gods. That's the only upper hand you have, because your God has not made it clear to you that although the shirk ayat is there, unforgivable, it is unforgivable. And then he's used the messenger with him, and even in Surah Takwir, so be fair and don't be sorry. You see, if you are sensible, then you will never be sorry. Be sensible. Surah Takwir ayat 19, 20. You see, this is where you've made the polytheists bleed. Your Allah. That indeed it is a word by a noble messenger, of a noble messenger. Who is possessed of power and with the owner of the throne secure. Of possessor, power, with the owner of the throne secure. Obeyed there and trustworthy. See, you Muslims say this Allah is the creator, and so instead this min duni means instead of Allah. Oh my goodness. It doesn't mean besides Allah. But there's an ayat which says, they associate with Allah. With Quran ayat. Besides, it's not just instead of Allah. And instead of Allah is besides Allah. Are you sure? Where's that ayat? And when those who associated partners with Allah see their partners, Allah so-called, in brackets you put things for them without knowing, and when you go to a Hindu, you find out, right, the truth about them, their worship. They will say, our Lord, these are our partners whom we used to invoke besides you. Is besides instead here, instead of you, or along with you? How sure can you be about this? If you are a Sunni and you tell me you're sure about your Arabic, or if you're a Shia and you say you're sure about your Arabic, then we can go the other way because this is uncertain here. It is uncertain. You can't say for sure it's other than Allah. It's instead of Allah they call on. They don't call on them for Allah. But there's an ayat in Surah Zumar I will show you. So if you come in that way to tell me it's that min duni doesn't mean besides Allah, other than Allah, or along with Allah. It means instead, totally apart from Allah. Then here it says, there's a clue, unquestionably for Allah is the religion, the pure, and those who take besides Him. Besides, if you say this is instead of Allah or apart from Allah, totally like they don't take Allah at all as their Lord. They take these protectors that we worship them except that they bring us near to Allah in nearness. So how can this min duni be instead of Allah? That you were, this person was just came and was trying to be saying that he's so she or he. And wallah and this and that. And sorry. So how can you say this word, min duni, is instead of Allah? And instead is like apart, like totally they're oblivious of Allah. They don't follow God, Allah. Of course, they want to get nearness to Allah. That's why they worship them. And do you know what worship consists of? So these people don't know, and they're playing with words. They're not sure about this ayat, and they're playing. They're guessworking here. Apart from Allah. Say, O people of the book, come to a word equitable between us and between you, that not we worship except Allah. Here it says, except Allah. And do not we associate partners with Him. It doesn't say, even it doesn't say min duni. It says with Him, anything. It doesn't say instead of Him. It says behi, with Him. Behi. Now this word is in behi is in du'a mashlul. Doesn't say instead. So you see this person came playing, saying that Buy him, buy him. I don't know which Arabic he knows. Behi, behi, behi. Buy you, buy you. So this is the way I have to go to show you. Behi means with, not instead. And he played around, you see? They don't want to, no. They just come here with a mind that, oh, that Allah, that one creator we worship, you worship unknown, or you have attributes of him. How do you worship him? What is worship? They don't even know the meaning of worship. Google searching meaning of worship. Where's that behi behi? So he's just playing around, and I immediately picked it up. And then he's blaming me. I immediately picked up his intention, being an empath. What a liar. And sorry, he's trying to act, that he is. He thinks. I immediately picked up. And he's going to say, don't get mad at me. And a mad woman, mad human. Behi, buy him, buy him, buy him. See this? Behi, behi. This is, O Lord of Behi, I beseech you by every name, buy you, buy you. Or it could, Behi could be by you or with you in this, not instead of you. You see this? I know about Dua Mashlul. Behi, it's in Arabic. This person was such a liar. Behi means with Allah, not instead. What a liar, claiming to be honest and polite and I don't mean this and I don't mean that. And sorry is just they're toying around. Dishonest person. Turning around the Arabic word to mean instead. There are people who make the other person look bad and themselves showing that they've come in an absolutely honest. There cannot, absolutely honest. Yeah, absolutely honest. What an honest person, really. Polytheists aren't following the Quran. Why should they follow the Quran? No, I came here to have a respectful conversation. I'm sorry. A person who says sorry a lot is dishonest. You clearly are not calm, so how are you not mad? Oh my goodness. I just want to point out that Shaitan is not as powerful as that he said instead. It says, it says associate something instead of him. You see this chicken wing Steve is saying? It's not instead. It's with him. From the onset, I could see that he's playing around. He's come with the mind that this is the true. No, in that ayat, it doesn't say instead. Please look at this. They are uh, deceiving these Muslims. They're deceiving you. It really hurts the living. And yet they say they are honest. No, of course not. I'm being absolutely honest. Okay, this is not going to move. I'm being absolutely honest. Lying through their teeth. I'm being absolutely honest. I'm trying to point out how the word instead really plays an important role in this conversation. No, of course not. Whatever. Okay. So you do not scream at me. Yes, let me produce the way I see the surah. I said, not you see it, how it is, the Arabic words used. Yes, of course. Let me produce my argument. 1 second. Looks like a very proud person, arrogant. My argument. So it says that we should not take any other Lord instead of Allah. What this means is that instead of Allah. No, it doesn't say instead of Allah. It says besides Allah. And in that ayat, it says with Allah. Do not associate. This means is that Allah shouldn't be replaced by a different Lord. No. You're putting in your own arguments. You're bringing your own arguments about how you see the Quran. The word instead plays a crucial role in this. I'm not talking about the Trinity right now, okay? Not two gods, two lords. I see. It says, this is how they try to deceive you. And themselves, they are gone cases. Deceived. Instead, if we let go of Allah, we are not following that verse. He's putting his own words into the ayats, own explanation, own definition of the words. However, if we are even if he's an Arab, I would really disqualify him for this. He's a dishonest man. He doesn't. No, even if he's an Arab, then he's totally dishonest with himself and about the ayats and the word. Behi means either by him or with him. If it's by him, it's in that dua mashlul. In this, it's with him, brother. So you can go and deceive someone else. Try to deceive someone else, not me here. I can speak Arabic. Well, you have a poor knowledge of the Quran. Words even. Allah was able to banish him from the entire dimension. That's not the point. The point is that one shaitan is enough. If the Hindus have 365 gods or 3 million gods, it's okay. Because this one shaitan can mislead all except and will. He has said he will mislead all except the chosen ones of Allah. the mukhlis, the pure, purified. Or the chosen. You speak Arabic, but you don't speak. Seems that you don't know the meaning of Behi. Behi means with Allah here in this sentence, in this ayat. Can't believe these liars come like this to defend their religion, but he's not going to be deceiving me. You can call me a mad woman and say, you see, you never call a mad human, an angry human, a mad human. So stop playing around with words. And surely it hurts me to see that you are so dishonest and even swearing by Allah, Wallah, I meant mad as is angry. Can never think straight, you mean? Well, a person like you who says, claims to be calm and respectful can change the word Behi to mean instead and not with Allah. I don't know then what is dishonesty. Coming in a polite manner. Are you not mad right now? You clearly are not calm. So how are you not mad? Mad as in angry. I'm sorry. And, okay, no, I came here to have a respectful conversation. The politics, no, you're not having an honest conversation. Mad doesn't necessarily mean crazy. With a mad human. Oh. In the sentence you put it. And you don't have the right name. You are such a coward, dishonest person that dishonesty that you are, if dishonesty is, dishonesty will be ashamed of you. Oh my God, dishonesty will be ashamed. Or maybe will be like saluting you, very respectfully saluting you. So we have such dishonest people. His style is absolutely gaslighter. No, he's like capital. Now he's shouting. Now he can't remain calm here. So you see, I have known dishonest Muslims like you who come here in the name of respecting and being calm. You could be like a smooth operator, a very cunning, calculating person. And they are very calm. They don't lose their anger. They don't lose their cool. Get angry. Oh my God. This is one of a kind here we have. So Behi, for your information, I said be honest. It would be best for you and me here. Unbelievable dishonesty. To save his religion. Unbelievable. This is their religion, to lie. to change the words of the Quran. I mean, this is the extent they can lie. Change the words of the Quran. Maybe you are an Indian Muslim in UAE. Wallah, wallah, you do a lot. Oh my God, what a liar. He's changing the Quran ayat, the Quran word, which means with Allah instead Allah. Amazing. And blaming me that I'm being disrespectful and mad and angry. If we have people like you, more people like Chicken Wing Steve and what is your real name, you will deceive people to no end with your deception, your dishonest politeness, your dishonest calmness, your coolness, your respect. You can drive people insane and put them notoriously into bad books. You know very well where I am and what my name is and what I've been up to right here and what triggers me. So you came true to what I said, that you will not be honest, you don't want to see it, so better I leave, you leave, and not waste my time here. And by sorry, look, they even very polite, this, please be careful. Oh my God, I mean, be careful. I'm telling myself, this is very dangerous, extremely dangerous people. These kind of people, hypocrites, dishonest people who come here, you know, they have public relations, they know how to be calm and collected, and then be dishonest. Very dishonest. Oh my goodness, sick. This is the sickest person I've ever had. Very sick person, very sick.